This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Oh, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie. I don't even have.
Oh no, cheers.
Ugh.
I'm running on Dunkin', baby, which can mean only one thing. We're in New York City.
We're back on the East Coast.
Mm.
We are currently, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, we are in a hotel in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Which feels oddly fitting because this is our 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
Oh my God, it is. We're
in the city that we met each other.
in even the borough, the same borough that we met. Yeah, we are in Brooklyn. We're doing Hannah Hart's book tour stop tonight. Today's her book launch day.
Yes.
We don't need to promote it because this will be out after.
Yeah. And we've already done it on all the other
for
things.
sure. But what's killing me is that we're in a different hotel than Hannah. Hannah booked us these rooms. And we get here and we're in a wellness hotel.
Yes.
Which I didn't know was a thing.
I did not know either. I know that there are hotels that offer like apples in the gym, and that was as wellness as it gets.
They throw a couple bodega lemons in the water to make it look like spa water.
But this is advertised as a wellness hotel.
It's basically a Holiday Inn.
Yes.
But the holiday is Earth Day.
Yeah. If you guys are watching, you can see that there are like Tumblr and esque slogans on all of the things in the hotel room.
Oh, Grace, I came up here, and as per usual, you always have a do not disturb sign on.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't let
mind your business
a soul into her hotel room. But it's not just like do not disturb. I'm catching up on Z's. It says, I've already conquered the day. Do not disturb.
I know. That's me after waking up with blackout curtains at like 11:30 a.m. this morning going, shit, I was supposed to wake up hours before. I don't have any shampoo or conditioner, and I haven't brushed my teeth in 26 hours, so I need to make a run to CVS. Let me put this on my door and reading, I've already conquered the day. I was like, oh, all right.
There's a medicine ball beside my bed.
Oh, yeah. There's
a full medicine ball, like I'm going to do crunches in my room.
There's also, I don't know if you've seen Clorox wipes in case the gym equipment in your room gets a little too sweaty and you want to clean it. I have a bottle of Clorox wipes next to the front door.
So off-brand for us. Unbelievable.
But also, I'm like, can I take these on the plane and bring them back with me? I'm running low on them at home.
Pretty good. Oh, did you get toothpaste?
I did.
I don't smell you from here, so I assume yes.
I did. I did get toothpaste this morning.
Well, I also slept in.
Yeah.
And then did a run around the corner. I didn't run. I walked. I walked very slowly to get a big old coffee.
Yeah.
And also there was a pharmacy right beside it, but a not chain one, like an independent one. So I was like, oh, I'll grab toothpaste really quick. I go in there and it's just so classic New York. I walk in and I'm like, everything in here has expired.
Yes.
Like it was a bodega of pharmacies.
I went to CVS and it was, I think, 20% stocked.
Yes.
And there were just boxes in every aisle, and then everyone that worked there was also on their phones at the same time. So it's
New York is, I love you, New York.
But you could give a fuck.
You always look like an apocalypse is about to happen. Like it's nothing is ever stocked. We went to go get dinner and drinks last night.
Oh, God.
They were out of Stoli. So then I went with Kettle. Then after one drink, they were out of Kettle. I just looked at that.
They were out of martini glasses.
They didn't have martini glasses. He brought me a martini in a cup. And the second time when he comes, he goes, I'm sorry, but we are out of. I go, what do you have?
Yeah,
I said, besides a bad manager
who we can see is just standing there watching you flail.
Anyway, I go into this homespun pharmacy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just get hit with mildew in the face, which is what you want when dealing with medicine.
Yeah, the air is thick on the East Coast.
So I go in and I'm looking everywhere and I see there's like the end of an aisle display of toothbrushes, but no toothpaste. And there's like floss and stuff, but no toothpaste. And I'm like, have I gone crazy? Like, where is it? So I see the employee, I motion her over and I'm like, where's the toothpaste? She just walks over and points at the toothbrushes. And I go, no, the toothpaste. And she picks up a toothbrush. So I'm like, oh, there's a language barrier.
Okay.
And so then I motion brushing my teeth.
So you motion as a toothbrush.
And then she picks up a toothbrush. And then I full on charades squirting. I'm like, no, squirt.
So you're doing Alec Baldwin's game night in a pharmacy.
Full. I'm like, if she can't guess it, surely Kevin Hart will.
Yeah.
So I'm like, full on charadesing this pharmacy to try to find toothpaste, and then she points at the floss. I'm like, oh girl, you are so off my team. Till eventually another employee just comes and he goes, what are you looking for? I go, toothpaste. And he goes, oh, over there. It's 2 aisles away from the toothbrushes.
Because that also makes sense.
I
Is
mean,
the woman that stocked the bar last night also the manager of this family-run pharmacy?
it's so New York. It's insanity.
Yeah, I forgot that really no one gives a shit in New York.
No.
At all.
No.
Yeah, there was, when I walked out to CVS, it's also just like a gray overcast day. So it's all very like par for the course, environmentally here, that it's just like everything's
Damp.
a little, yeah. There was just like a little labradoodle that was getting walked that was just full on rolling in shit, like on the sidewalk. And the woman who looked like, a very quirky librarian character was like trying to pull it up to like make it stop. And I'm like, that's an animal, like in the city.
See, I worry about bringing Beans with me because
Right.
I full on am scared someone would think she was a rat and like drop kick her.
Yes.
Like if they didn't see the leash and they
Yeah.
just saw this thing scurry near their feet, they might like out of instinct, seeing something out of the corner of your eye, go like rat and just kick.
I mean, that's your history here.
Well, we actually do have some small furry animals to talk about. But I did want to say before we go any further.
Yes.
Oh my God, so many things.
Okay.
But first, we have a show this Sunday
At the Irvine Improv. If you are in or around the Los Angeles Irvine area, please come hang out with us.
Totally. It's going to be our last live show of the year.
Yes.
Hopefully we can do more touring next year. But if you're thinking of coming and you're not too far away, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a straight up podcast. Grace and I are each going to do a costume for it. And we're not telling the other person.
Also, we landed on the flight yesterday into New York, and Mamrie's just like furiously texting to the point that I'm like, did you not pay your taxes? Like, what are you getting caught up on that you're like looking so intense about? And she's just like, sorry, Chips, he's telling me about a Halloween costume. He's going to text Elliot about it.
For the podcast.
For the show.
Not even, we're going as something else for Halloween, but just specifically for the show, him and Elliot are texting.
Yeah, and then I had to give Elliot the heads up of like, hi, we have a show. I haven't filled you in on this. We're getting dressed up, and I think Chip has already like beat me to the punchline of like, you guys
like, yes,
figuring
he has.
something out. Yeah.
He sent me links. Okay, but so that's on the 27th.
Yes.
The evening of the 27th. But that reminds me, when we were doing our perv stream.
Yes.
Sorry, I hit my P's really hard. Really deep. When we were doing the perv stream last weekend, which, as you guys know, is one of our Patreon tiers where we live stream with them once a month, we were trying to talk about when something was happening, and I said, it's on the what?
Oh, you said what? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is.
What it is.
What it is, but for some reason, when I reference like, what date is that? Instead of saying like, what day is it on? I say like, it's on the what?
The same way you say height.
Well, I've really toned down height.
But the fact that was even like a start of like...
But it doesn't even make sense because I wouldn't say it's on the what? I say it's on the what? As in like the 4th, the 5th, but those are the only ones.
Right.
The 23rd.
That's what you were saying in the live stream, that you were like, it's like 4th, 5th, 2nd, and I'm like, 2nd ends with an ND. There's no TH at the end of that.
So we learned a new fun fake word that I say that adds to the argument that I might have a list.
So hold her accountable.
But so if you're wondering what day our podcast is the 27th.
27th.
I do have one more thing before we go into the last week that correlates with our previous podcast. Okay. So, you know, I went to the Jay and Silent Bob premiere and I found someone's set list and I read it.
Yes.
Oh, and it was all about like getting high and all this stuff.
Right. Have you gotten reached out to?
No.
Oh, okay.
Someone tweeted at me and they were like, that's got to be Doug Benson's set list because he always talks about getting high, etc. And I'm like, oh, that's a good guess, like who knows?
Yeah.
And then,
oh my God. Okay.
I remembered while sitting there drinking my pint of red wine before the movie started, I got one of those like excuse me's to go to the bathroom. Doug Benson was sitting on my row. I think that's his set list that I read out loud on our podcast.
So, okay.
Oh, I know.
You're doing an unintentional murder mystery with this podcast or with this set list over the course of a couple podcasts.
Because someone
episodes.
said, I think it's that's got to be Doug Benson's. And I was like, nah. And I was like, Doug Benson. Yeah.
Oh my God. He
was sitting on my row. It probably fell out of his pocket.
Doug Benson in the 20th row with the candlestick.
Right. with the hole in his pocket.
Yeah.
So what do? Do I like take a picture of it and send it to him and be like, sorry if I put you on blast on our podcast?
Nah, I think he seems pretty chill.
Yeah,
he would ever listen enough to an episode of this.
No, I don't ever expect him to listen. I'm just like, oh, is there like a cardinal stand-up rule that I just broke?
I mean, if that is his, which I
think it is.
Seriously hope it is now. It's even funnier that he's written out like the most ridiculous things, and I feel like it's got to be a joke on a joke. Like, do you think that
he planted it?
Yeah, that's now where I'm getting too deep into this.
Someone who smokes that much weed could be like, let me drop this at the feet of a girl with a rising in popularity podcast, see if she finds it, and then finds the source. Oh my God, that's silly.
Everyone's trying to get creative marketing. That's bonkers, but also makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Well,
I think 2 people tweeted that it was probably him, and so good job, y'all.
Wow, you guys are super sleuths.
Total sleuths.
Support for today's episode of This Might Get Weird comes from Third Love, which is fitting because they fit and support you in the boob area. We're talking about bras today, people. Third Love uses data points generated by millions of women who have taken their Fit Finder quiz to design bras with breast size and shape in mind for a perfect fit and a premium feel. They have more sizes than most brands. They offer more than 80 sizes, including their signature half cup sizes. And they're convenient. You can skip the trip. You can find your fit with Third Love's online fit finder. You can order and try on at home. There's no more awkward fitting room experiences. You know that I limit my social interactions to literally just talking to Mamrie on this podcast basically on a weekly basis. So to go to a store and try on a bra is not what I want to do. So that's why Third Love is perfect for me. Their Fit Finder quiz is super simple. You answer a few simple questions, and within 60 seconds, you can find your perfect fit. They have over 14 million women that have taken the quiz to date, and they have a perfect fit promise. Every customer has 60 days to wear it, wash it, and put it to the test. If you don't love it, you can return it, and Third Love will wash it and donate it to a woman in need. So all around, they're spreading love. They know the perfect bra is out there for everyone. So right now, they're offering you guys 15% off your first order if you go to thirdlove.com/TMGW to find your perfect fitting bra. Again, 15% off your first purchase at thirdlove.com/TMGW. Why not? Even if you spritz on perfume every day, here's something you probably don't think about. What is actually in it? And that's why we're excited about Fleur. They're making stunning, non-toxic perfumes, and they list all of their ingredients online. So you get a good scent made with clean ingredients, and the sample process is just plain fun. And that's why for luxurious perfume, it's all about good, clean fun. So try Fleur. Fleur, spelled P-H-L-U-R. Here's what the deal is. First, you get to know each of Fleur's scents with pictures, words, and playlists on their site, if you're an auditory listener. Then you actually try them on your own skin and see how it works for your life. What do you like? What do you not like? And then the Fleur's world-class perfumers, they're scent artists, so these perfumes are their masterworks. Also, every Fleur scent is gender-free. And the best part is that Fleur is a completely transparent fragrance company. They tell you every ingredient in their perfume and why it's there. I've tried a bunch of these. I'm a huge, huge fan. And so I think you guys should really check this out. Go to fleur.com/TMGW to check out our curated sample set. Hey, we did it. And you can get 20% off your first custom Fleur sample set. That's Fleur, PHLUR.com/TMGW to get your first 3 Fleur fragrance samples at 20% off. Again, Fleur.com/TMGW. We picked these scents. So you better pick them and put them on your bodies.
Should we talk about the fact that we saw the Wienermobile?
That we did it.
That we fucking did it?
At this, late stage of 2019, have started accomplishing our goals for the year.
Yeah, I've already conquered my year. Do not disturb.
So give a quick refresher to people that don't know the backstory of this.
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for joining us on our podcast.
Welcome,
Stick
friends.
around. We do a lot of callbacks. So back in August, after
August?
It was August because it was
dang.
we did Seattle and Portland for live shows,
Yes.
and then I flew to Salt Lake City to see Chip, who was there for work.
A few months of courtship.
This has been a fucking saga,
Oh my
like
gosh.
longer than most people's relationships. When I went to Chip's random ass hotel, in the bordering hotel, there was the Wienermobile parked in the parking lot. So I immediately,
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
yes, the icon
Yeah.
of our generation.
The share of mobiles.
So I immediately hightailed it over. No one was there. I left a note under its windshield saying, "I really want a tour of this." It was all like
real old school courtship. Like
Truly.
left it on the windshield of the Thunderbird being
I was like, "I have a crush on you, stud."
hit me up.
So anyway, I'll probably never hear from him. It'll get blown away. And then the next day, the Wienermobile guy texted me. Long story short, they had already left. And we've been texting back and forth for the last 2 months, occasionally, whenever they're coming through LA, so we can get together. But then halfway through it, he was like, "By the way, I shared this was happening with the driver of the Planters Peanuts Nutmobile,
Which is a thing.
Adrian, and she was a fan of the podcast. Can I give her your number?" So I had a conversation with a Wienermobile and a Nutmobile going simultaneously. That catches us up to like last
The
week.
weirdest threesome of all time.
So I get a text from the Wienermobile, who I just had in my phone as a hot dog.
Right.
You're like, did not know his name.
Yeah, you kept being like, I don't know who this is, but it's someone that's responding, and
No
they're
idea.
in my phone as the hot dog emoji. I don't know.
So he invites us to go to all these cool events they're going to be at, but I don't feel like doing that. So we're just going to meet them at the hotel they're staying in. And I'm like, "Grace, do you want to go meet the Wienermobile today? Because they're going to be there. They're going to be parked.
Yeah.
Let's do it."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the sketchiest sounding thing, but anything for a giant wiener.
Well, the thing is it was a really nice hotel with valet and stuff.
Right.
But we get there and I'm just trying to find parking. Grace is following me, and I look over and I see the Nutmobile.
The Nutmobile is hiding out in some back alley behind this very nice hotel.
Like a dirt patch.
in a dirt road on the side of the highway, as if it's been like abandoned.
Or like a stakeout.
Yeah.
Like if the Nutmobile suspected the Wienermobile was cheating on her
Yeah.
with the Potato Mobile. The Nutmobile.
With the sauerkraut mobile. She was gonna throw down.
The Nutmobile could have been wearing a ghillie suit. Just like, "Oh, what? Give me that nut." So I see it and I'm like, "Oh my God." And we turn around, but that's not where we're supposed to meet. But I see that Chip's truck is there too. Oh, we invited him. He wasn't having an affair with the Nutmobile. So we turn around, we pull in, and we're all like 3 cars in a row, like a drag race. We're like, "Hey, I mean, the Wienermobile isn't here yet, but let me text him. I don't want to do valet if I don't have to. Let's stay
Yeah.
in this dirt lot."
also, because I hate doing valet because it's just presenting the grossness of your car to a stranger.
Do you do the thing with valets like we do when we hire someone to clean our place, that when you're pulling up, you're throwing
Yes.
like water bottles and shit in the back?
That's what I've said. Like, I've pulled up to like the Soho House, which is this
Yes,
very like
every time,
bougie
every
place,
time.
and I've literally had Ugg boots in the back of my car that I'm just shoving like empty rice cake containers into, and like gross Red Bulls flying everywhere.
Oh,
And
my
I'm
God.
like, well, this is literally like a parade float for New Jersey right now, and not a car.
Just the floating island of trash that's the size of Texas.
I will walk a mile to a location
Same.
versus having to valet.
Absolutely.
And so now, yeah, when we're driving in and you're like, I don't know if we have to valet, I was like, I'll do literally anything to not valet to go see the Wienermobile today.
So we see Chip, and Chip is just like, "I saw the Nutmobile, so I just pulled over."
Chip with such confidence just pulled into this back dirt road next to a hotel, whereas Mamrie and I are just like circling going, is this okay? Is this okay?
So we're all just looking at each other like, this is the weirdest like first date of all time. Meanwhile, we see someone coming from the hotel with one of those luggage carts piled up with boxes. She's clearly coming back to the Nutmobile, but it changes from paved to dirt, so she can't go further with it. She looks up and she goes, and we see her face be like, oh my God, I realize that's Adrian, the fan, the driver of the Nutmobile, and she didn't know we were coming.
Yeah, she had no idea. I thought it was another like pedestrian that saw that the Nutmobile was back there, and she looked up and was like, "Oh my God, the Nutmobile!" But then I realized that we are directly in front of the Nutmobile, and she's looking at us.
Oh my God! So Chip goes immediately into production mode, and
he just starts helping her load.
He just starts loading the boxes and carrying them across the lot.
And it couldn't be more of a beautiful stereotype that she's just got boxes of cashews that she's loading into the Nutmobile.
Well, right when we pulled in, I looked at Grace and I was like, my blood sugar's low. I have not eaten all day. Like, what was I thinking? I've just been caffeinating all day, and now we're going to do this, and I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack. So we follow Adrian. We go up to the Nutmobile. Then I'm just like, can I have some nuts?
They were like, yeah, that's literally all we have to offer you.
It's boxes upon boxes of nut variants. Anyway,
and to be very fair, they were delicious.
They were really good. I got like a fiery cashew, non-spawn.
Yeah.
I had beans with me. It was a whole thing. But so we got a tour of the Nutmobile. Nicest people ever.
The sweetest. They're called peanutters.
Yes.
They're all like recent college grads. If anyone is interested in like this program, they're having the best time of their lives driving cross country.
It's a year contract.
Yeah, after you graduate, and it's almost like its own fraternity sorority that they're all part of. They have like jackets and fleeces. They showed us the whole interior of the Nutmobile, which looks like an old 80s throwback.
I loved it so much. But so we get pictures with the Nutmobile. We're having a great time, and then we get the text that like the Wienermobile is about to be here.
The Wienermobile had some obligations earlier in the day, and then it was getting
trafficked.
And then it was traffic, and then it was the most hilarious arrival.
I felt like I had just won a radio contest and was about to meet Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like I was like at any moment I'm going to see the tip of that wiener come around the corner. I don't know what to do with myself. Iconic.
And so it starts to come around the corner, but it's in bumper to bumper traffic, so it is slow moving. So the reveal was the most slow, stilted thing, and also perfect because it was like you always think of the Wienermobile as this like in motion, beautiful vehicle. Then you realize it's a car like everything else, and it gets stuck in traffic too.
There is not a Wienermobile lane.
They're just like us.
They're just like us. Oh my God, we were fucking cry laughing. And so the Wienermobile pulls in, which, by the way, it has suicide doors.
Oh, Mamrie like literally almost started crying as soon as it pulled in.
Like full DeLorean, like I wanted smoke to roll out. So then I finally meet Luke, who I've been texting with forever, aka Lunch Meet Luke. They all have nicknames. Yep, it's like Adrian Almond, Cashew Kelly. So anyway, we get a tour. They're so lovely, so nice. We got Wiener whistles. I got reserved for Wiener parking signs. I got a Wiener piggy bank.
Oh, they were going to take us on a full ride in the Wienermobile, but us being actual like Los Angeles like Friday traffic.
It was Friday at 4:00.
Yeah, we were like, thank you very much. We know you figured out a route for us, but like we have an hour and a half to get home right now.
Totally. So we didn't actually ride in the Wienermobile, even though they were ready and willing and had the waivers out. We were just like, it's very trafficky.
Yeah.
We get it.
They're nothing if not professional. The fact that they were like ready to be like, we would love to give you this experience. Please sign the papers.
Yeah. Anyway, they were great. And speaking of waivers, what I loved is they said when they're going down the highway, when you're in the Wienermobile, everyone's waving at you.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I get waved at 10 times a day just in my old Bronco. And that's not shaped like a food or an American icon. So what I loved is they said when they get in regular cars, they instinctively start to wave at people, and then they're just like, I look crazy.
Yeah, the girl, she was like, when I go back and I have to get my like Honda Civic, I forget that I'm not in the Wienermobile anymore, so I'm doing like the parade show float beauty pageant girl wave and realize it
like a
people,
Prius.
What? Yeah.
In a Prius.
But also I'm like, wow, so you guys really have to be very good at driving.
Yeah.
And you're driving this giant, basically like a landed blimp.
Yeah. They have to be good at driving and like able to wave
Yeah.
and not look like an asshole behind the wheel.
It was incredible. It was, and then also
Dream achieved, unlocked.
truly dream achieved, unlocked. Also, if you guys know Mike Falzone, who is a stand-up comedian, his wife, who he has a podcast with, Zoya, we're buds, and I like looked down at my phone in the midst of this like 20-minute like whirlwind meeting of the Nutmobile and the Wienermobile, and I'm like, Zoya called me, and then I just looked at, she just texted me like, I see you, and she had driven by us as we're in this like dirt alley meeting the Wienermobile, and I was like, she's like, sorry to be a creep. I'm like, we're the creeps.
Yeah.
We set up a date with the Wienermobile.
We look like we are doing a drug deal with the Nutmobile and Wienermobile. Truly, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
It was
I wouldn't have
perfect.
wanted to meet in like a beautiful parking lot or
No.
anything else. I wanted to be in the dirt patch off the 405.
I want people to not know that this is actually happening, and none of us know where we're supposed to be at any time.
Is this a mirage?
Oh, it was beautiful.
So great. Thank you so
Also,
much.
they brought back their cheese balls.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Again,
a big
non-spawn,
nostalgia.
but
yeah.
delicious. I mean, I definitely had an adventure this week. Is there anything that's like you're burning to?
The one thing I will say is that, you know, like when I have dreams, I have dreams.
Yes.
I dreamt last week that I gave Katy Perry a pep talk about her music.
Wow.
Yeah, because she
Oh
just
my
released
God.
Harley's in Hawaii, which I just watched before you came up to my room.
Wait, is that a music video?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Gonna let you watch it for yourself.
Well, what's okay? Which is better, the song or the video?
The song's fun and chill. It's also just
You
like
hate it.
No, I'm just confused.
That's the tea. That's the tea.
I'm just
Corey
confused.
Cool.
I'm still processing it. But she's got blonde hair in it. She looks great as blonde.
Oh,
but also,
Chip won't be excited about that.
yeah, because I mean, like one of the. Oh, right. That's his.
He prefers old school Katy Perry. Continue.
That's right. That's right. No, one of the lines is, my hula hula is so good it makes you want to take me to the jeweler. And so, like, I think I get why my subconscious wanted to give her a pep talk about how she could be better than that.
Okay, what were you saying, and did she register it?
Also, my pep talk was basically like, you can be better and deeper, more profound than this. I feel like you're floundering a little bit, and like, just go for what. And also, the most obvious form of projection. Like, Katy Perry could have been a mirror. I don't know. And this is before I even watched the like Harley's in Hawaii video. I just remember seeing it trending on Twitter, I think before I fell asleep, and was like, that seems like another little gimmicky thing.
Yeah,
But that's also the thing. When she hits a good gimmick, she hits a great gimmick. But
Totally.
like, when it feels like it's not hitting, it feels like
At any point in this
A
video,
stretch.
is she one of those like dashboard hula girls on a Harley?
I think maybe that's kind of the tone a little bit, but it's also like kind of sweaty, sultry, humid Hawaii, and like her with a dude that she's just crawling all over that isn't Orlando Bloom,
I mean, what's up, Bloom?
right?
Come on.
That was my my
Okay.
real fun kind of like subconscious Freudian moment this week.
That's great. I just had nightmares all week.
Yeah, just panic attacks.
Just full, like, I can't get to the airport, which is my most common one of
yeah.
like, why can't we go? Or,
Yeah.
you know, I've been on a vacation, and as we're leaving, I realize I haven't seen anything or left my hotel. I get like anxiety about not doing enough when I travel.
Yeah,
But
which is why we're here in this hotel room
and
doing
haven't
this
left
podcast.
it. Exactly.
We also have support for today's episode from the Farmer's Dog. You guys know that Mamrie and I basically worship at the altar of our dogs, and so their health is too important to feed them processed burnt brown kibble for every meal, and that's why the Farmer's Dog is wonderful. It's real food, it's cooked fresh, and it's delivered to our door. They're meals that are made from fresh meat and veggies. You don't have to wonder what's in the dog's food. You can literally see the ingredients, you can identify the ingredients. It's real fresh food, and the transition for Goose has been amazing. She's now spoiled to an nth degree. And their customer service is amazing. You can text, email, or call them at any time, and they'll pair you with a pet expert who can help you figure out what is best for your dog. Like I said, Goose has been over the moon about it. It's basically a smarter, healthier pet food that makes it as simple as possible to give your dog a better diet. And guess what? There are plans that start at just $3 a day, less than what you would pay for a morning cup of coffee, and you can make it work on your terms. It's a small price to pay for a long-term investment in your dog's health, and on top of that, they're going to make it as simple as possible. Start your trial today. Go to thefarmersdog.com/TMGW and you can save 50% and get free shipping. That's thefarmersdog.com/TMGW for 50% off your trial with free shipping. thefarmersdog.com/TMGW.
But you did, okay, yeah, because we were going to record this on Sunday, but I was, for lack of a better term, wildly hungover and unable to function. And
Totally.
so Mamrie agreed to let us postpone until right now. But you spent that day because it was our 1 year anniversary.
Because I knew we were going to record and we didn't have that much to talk about.
Right. Because we just done live stream. We just hung out with each other a bunch.
And it's our 1 year. So I was like, I got to find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I was looking at like holiday theme, no, like pumpkin patches,
right?
Things like that,
Yeah.
but with the weird.
Yeah. Of course.
And I found a guinea pig festival, a guinea pig pumpkin patch festival.
As soon as I looked at your story for 1 second, I was like, I looked over at Elliot, who was also wildly hungover, and he's like, there she goes.
There she goes, trying to get us some jam. But I have to pull it up. I saw an article about this one, and I was like, all right.
Where do you even start to search for this?
Okay, I searched competitions in LA
Right.
this weekend. I searched animal competitions,
Festivals,
like all
okay.
that stuff. I just go deep dive into like what's the weirdest shit I can find in LA.
One click to another click to another click. Yeah.
And I found an article on this. It's the Los Angeles Guinea Pig Rescues in Chatworth, which I guess at one point, I don't know, from some fiery blaze, they saved 700 guinea pigs.
Wait, who? What? Where were they all hiding?
I don't know. It's all a mystery.
What is this shire that they were all living in?
But I was like, I don't know if I want to go. And then I read the listing for it. And this is how they described it that really got me. It said, have you ever felt a guinea pig's tiny claw in the palm of your hand? You have? Well, then you know that few feelings can compare, and describing it will only deprive the experience of its poetry.
Oh.
So I was like, this isn't campy. These are people who fucking love
This is
guinea pigs.
catwalk, but guinea pig walk.
Totally.
Guinea pig shuffle.
I look it up. I MapQuest it. And
You MapQuest? So you went back in time?
Oh, MapQuest it.
Yeah. I was like, did you print out your directions?
Oh my God. I pulled out my atlas and we hit the road.
And then I checked my sundial to make sure I had time to go.
Oh my God. Got myself a Crystal Pepsi and we were off. No, so I look and it's 45 minutes away, and I knew we weren't
my
supposed to be recording
God.
for 3 hours. But I look it up and it looks like kind of desolate. So in my head, I'm thinking when I get there,
Right.
I'm going to do a drive-by, and if it's sketchy, if it's like an old lady with 3 guinea pigs that
Right.
she's like trying to get you to adopt, I'm not stopping for that shit.
No. We did a drive-by of the Nutmobile, and so you got to really like hedge your bets on these
Totally.
things.
Also, I'm scared of them.
That's the thing that I was
Okay.
gonna say. Like, where do you
Draw the
find the balance? Like the balance of like you hate rats, but these
Ooh,
fluffy things.
I hate rats. I hate mice. Don't like hamsters. But for some reason, okay. If you Google image cool guinea pig, let's
you guys.
for example,
if you have a day off and you want a
Do
real
it.
fun time.
because there are some guinea pigs with hilarious hairdos
Oh yeah,
that full on look like surfer dudes, Point Break,
Yeah.
Zach Morris, like, you know.
yeah. I mean, I used to follow what is it, Lady Piglet or something like that on Instagram. That she's British and owns a bunch of guinea pigs, and they're very funny.
Well, okay, so I've
But they're
enjoyed
goofy.
some of those pictures. And
Yeah.
we've talked before on this podcast that hairless guinea pigs, black hairless guinea pigs look like hippos and are really cute.
Yes.
I still don't want them near me, but like I know what it is. So anyway, so I go, and when I get there, bitch, it's packed. I can't even get in the parking lot. I truly had to walk like a mile to get there.
They've advertised it like
It's its fifth year.
majestically.
It's
Yeah.
its 5th year.
Okay.
It's the Guinea Pig Festival. So essentially, it's a celebration of guinea pigs.
Yes.
So there's I mean, and it's very small. It's like the size of a playground. They're gonna have to get a bigger venue.
Right.
next year.
They've grown out of it.
Totally.
It's like Comic-Con.
Exactly. It's like VidCon's first year, and now they got to move to a convention center. But I get there, and there's tents of like guinea pig beds and supplies, and every single person there with a guinea pig
Has an actual guinea pig.
they carry them in these little carriers that look like pound puppy carriers. Like they're tiny. So I started seeing all these carriers and all these
like
tiny,
bowling ball bags?
almost, but like with the little,
With the
with the
screen.
mesh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they can see.
Yeah.
Like a tiny dog carrier that like a little girl would use to carry her stuffed animal dog.
Yes,
you
yes,
know?
yes.
And then strollers that look like doll strollers. And I look around, I'm like,
Wait, they had strollers.
people had fucking strollers. But I'd look and I'd be like, is this a baby? There's hay. Nope. Like I kept just being like, there's hay. People carrying boxes. Every single person brought their guinea pig, and it wasn't, there were lots of children with them, but there were like very serious adults
Mostly adults.
with their guinea pigs. And I
Wow.
was
So this
like,
is a subculture that we didn't know existed.
it's 100% a subculture. I was like, I'm okay. Like I was testing my anxiety level.
Did you feel like a fraud because you didn't have a stroller or a little pound puppy pet?
I definitely tried to give an air off like I was meeting a friend with their guinea pig. Like as I'm feverishly writing down notes in my phone, I want it to look like I'm like, where are you? Yeah. Did you find parking? Like look, when you look around a crowd to be like, Cindy, are you here? So there's guinea pigs everywhere. It only started to freak me out when people started like picking them up and holding them like newborns, like on their shoulder.
Oh.
And then I could turn a corner and I'm face to face with a goddamn guinea pig.
Yeah.
It's scary. There were these, I look over
cautionary
and
tale.
I'm like, insane clown posse? There's two kids fully black and white face painted like guinea pigs.
Like they're
Like they're guinea pigs. I'm like, I'm gonna go sit by them, right? Full guinea pigs. They've got their like carrier case. I can't see in it.
Yeah.
Competitions start up.
Oh, there's a
competitions.
For what?
So this woman gets on the mic. She's got crazy curly hair and she's British.
This all makes
And like
sense.
royal British, not like Cockney British. Like I can't do it, of course.
Yeah,
but
like
it was a
she-
Tracy Ullman character. Like it looked
Like she almost got the hosting gig for Great British Baking Show.
exactly. And she was like, "Gather round, everyone!" To the and she was just like, "The competitions will commence," and everyone like starts readying their fucking guinea pigs.
So
right?
this is like medieval times guinea pig edition.
I look over. There's a little tent with like 4 tables with tablecloths that everyone's eating food, and she goes, "Excuse me, darlings, could you all move? This is the judging table." I'm like, oh my God, what is about to happen? So anyway, they start the first competition, and it's like best hair started it.
Wow, that's a real.
a big one.
That's the only one I could think would be a competitive category.
Oh wait, before we get started, she's like, I will be judging today, as will. I think her name might have been Esmeralda, and she was like the ticket taker at the beginning.
So it wasn't just this woman; there were multiple judges.
Oh no, it was her, Esmeralda, or Katarina, like something like that.
A character from Frozen.
And we have a celebrity judge in our midst. Everyone, beanbag. It's a guinea pig who has 21,000 followers on Instagram. And its owner just held this guinea pig in a tiny bed and like showed her the competitor, like slowly walked around as if Beanbag was judging the competition.
How do they judge? How Beanbag judges?
I'm like full on, the owner's like listening to Beanbag. I was like, this is fucking nuts. It killed me. And so I immediately looked up Beanbag, and I was like, 21,000? Get beans up in this bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck a Beanbag. Sorry, Beanbag. I'm sure you're lovely. No, not that special.
Yeah.
The owner just buys really small props.
I see.
So Beanbag with a tiny shopping cart,
Yeah, I mean, I'd follow. But
So best hair, total upset.
wow. Okay.
Total upset because they gave it to the entry that was brother and sister guinea pigs with long hair.
Right, so they could
can't
double
enter 2. They should have had to go head to head.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like you have double the chance of winning then.
Totally. So
Unfair.
the next category is most handsome, and here
Wait, so this is overall looks then, not just hair.
Well, yeah. So most handsome followed by prettiest. So I was like, I don't like how they're bringing gender roles into this.
Is it because like they're going
Male or
and
female?
Okay.
Yes. So anyway, most handsome, again, like some black and white little, who cares?
Yeah.
Won it. Teenage girl who won it, teared up, third place. She was wearing one of their shirts. It was a huge guinea pig in a cowboy hat. They call her for third place. She legit starts tearing up.
Amazing.
I'm like,
amazing.
This is amazing. So anyway, I watched those. Everyone's crowding this tiny table. Again, they need a bigger venue.
Yes.
With their guinea pig. So I'm not trying to have like a guinea pig up and start nibbling my ear.
Right. They also need screens. They need to like really blow this thing out.
It's insane. So I'm like, I'm going to take a breather and go back to these kids.
And literally take some Benadryl.
Yeah, exactly. I go back to the insane, guinea pig posse. On the way there, I see that people are starting to outfit their guinea pigs because
putting
there's a
costumes.
costume. So I take a picture with a unicorn guinea pig, which I definitely did the thing where I was like, can I take a selfie with your guinea pig? She was like, sure. And then she was all up in the selfie. And I was like,
Oh, she was in the...
I didn't... You're lovely. But
Yeah.
like, I just needed the guinea pig.
We both know who the star is.
Truly.
here.
Sorry, Nancy. I see people like outfitting little tutus. I see all the stuff. I walk up, I see a guinea pig who's just got the shape of a felt black dress put on top of it with pearl earrings and like a little button that's a cab, a martini. I go, excuse me, what is your guinea pig? She goes, it's Holly Golightly from Breakfast at Tiffany's. I was like, oh, pardon me.
My bad.
Pardon me. I didn't see her resemblance to Audrey fucking Hepburn. So anyway, I'm sitting there. We've got the two kids, the like preteens, full face paint. They're the only people there with face paint on. Like it,
They came with face paint.
they
It wasn't
came.
like there was a little booth that you could get your face
They
painted.
came with face paint. They're like working and tinkering in their box to like
Furiously.
get their guinea pig ready. I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, their older brother, who's like obviously the oldest, 12,
Yeah.
is over there and he starts playing a phone on his game that's loud.
a phone on his game.
A game on his phone. Game of phones. Starts playing it and the little girl's like, shh, turn the volume down. And he's like keeps
Oh my
going.
God.
And then they both go, you're embarrassing us. And I'm like, you guys are dressed as guinea pigs. So anyway, they call the costume competition. They bring out not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 guinea pigs, all the different colors of M&Ms. They have little plush homemade M&Ms strapped to their backs,
Wait, and
one
this-
of each color.
And this was one costume submission.
One. 6 of them. So I try to get closer for costumes. This one person just put their guinea pig down and then just put a box over it that said kissing booth. And the guinea pig stuck its head out the hole. Like, people were really going for it, but it was just so crowded. I was like, all right, I've seen my lot.
Amazing.
I've become slightly less scared of guinea pigs.
Yeah. This was like immersion therapy for you.
So I left. However, I am sad because there were 2 competitions I wanted to see, which was fastest eater.
That's the one they should lead with.
Totally.
Give
You just
them
put it
some
down
fuel.
and just a piece of lettuce.
But that's the whole like, or was it the hamster that like became like huge on YouTube that was like would eat all
going
the little
crazy.
hoagies and stuff and
Yes,
burritos.
tiny
Yeah.
hoagies. So I wanted to see fastest eater and I didn't. And then I was just very curious. They had one round called best pooper, and so
Oh,
literally best pooper.
that you got to be more specific.
How long do they have to sit on the table? Are you bringing in feces?
Are we talking about the actual like moment itself, or are we looking at the byproduct of this
Right.
moment?
So I miss best pooper, and then also the British lady who was very bossy.
Yeah.
She was like, she knew how many were supposed to be in each competition, and she'd be like, last 2, if you're not in here in 20 seconds, you're disqualified. Like, it was like,
Oh my God.
and these like little kids holding, like a guinea pig dressed as a shark was like, I can't get to the front. Like freaking out.
Do you think that with the success of something like Catwalk, that there's like a pressure on them as a subculture now to create this like feverish environment?
No,
that
because-
possibly someone walks by and goes, "This deserves a documentary."
No, because I think it's so pure.
Yeah.
Because even when I went to the cat competition, people were still legitimately those people.
Yeah.
They just happen to be like ignoring the hipsters walking around near them. And there was one other competition that she was like, and a non-announced competition category that we are going to do is kid who can do the best guinea pig noise.
What? So it's like pig squealing at like a rodeo,
But have you ever heard a guinea pig?
it goes, doesn't it do that?
Well, also, besides playing with toys
Yeah.
in like a Romanian set, we need to get in the guinea pig noise game because all of these things have fucking millions of views.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
This is ASMR for someone.
Hold on, let me turn it up. Oh, please don't have an ad on this guinea pig.
Yeah, it sounds like a toy car being wound up.
So I missed out on seeing the kids with face paint trying to make that noise, which would have made my Instagram story for sure.
I mean, but now you've felt around, you've had your first
Yeah.
experience, and
I
now
did it.
you actually have broken down a barrier for yourself, and then you can go back and fully immerse yourself in that culture.
Totally. Yeah, so that was the Guinea Pig Festival.
Wow.
I know.
Amazing. If you guys have festivals for guinea pigs in your neck of the woods, let us know. I will travel to go see this situation in real life. I still want to see a cat competition in real
Yeah,
life.
you gotta go.
I
They're
have
the
a whole
best.
list.
They're the best.
Oh, dang.
Ugh.
Wow. Well, happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year, Grace.
This is
what
so
a great
fun.
time.
And again, you guys, thank you for supporting us this whole year. You know that this podcast started out as like a fun endeavor taken from a show that wasn't getting funding anymore. So.
Yeah, and we didn't get our first ad on here till like 3 or 4 months ago. So
Yeah.
thank you for sticking around, and we can't wait to do more weird shit over the next year.
Totally. Also, side note, did you see that Macaulay Culkin was
Yeah.
brought on stage for the Lizzo concert?
Of course I did. I love every second of it.
Me too.
I love our heartfelt side note.
So I just saw
Heartfelt
it.
side off is like,
Well-
by the way, did you see the McCall?
Well, because I was just like, that's the kind of like 2019 like
Yeah.
Mad Libs chaos that I am.
That's
so
the energy
here
we
for.
need.
Yeah, that's what I think we
Absolutely.
need going into the next year. And
He's
so, like,
100% that bitch that got left home alone.
oh, she screamed. She did the Home Alone scream.
Oh, she
on
did?
Stage. Oh, it's great. All right, guys. Sorry, I just had to get it out.
Okay, I get it. I didn't want you to have indigestion from it.
Also, we have to go follow up with Hannah now. Go get her book. Go
Yeah.
follow us on Patreon over there. It's really, really fun.
It's a good time.
We have a bunch of videos going up there that are really, really goofy.
So, all right. This
Got
I'm proud
weird.
to say got weird.
Yeah.